Not so long ago, the Scottish borders had 5 royal and ancient boroughs. Ian Brotherston, Lauder's Honorary Provost, sets the scene for Lauder Common riding. Thereafter, Hamish Smith takes great delight in transforming the Lauder crest to a gold charm.
I invite you all to join us in participation of the riding of the borough marches. This ancient tradition and custom has been reenacted since time immemorial, and this year Michael Middlemas has been duly elected as our cornet and standard bearer. Cornet Middlemas, you have taken upon yourself a very high responsibility as cornet and standard bearer for our royal and ancient borough, and that you will carry the flag round the marches and return it to me, untarnished and unsullied. I now call upon Mrs. Cranston to invest you with the sash of your office and present you with the borough standard.
Safe out, safe in.
I will endeavour to carry the flag round the marches with honour to myself and the royal borough I represent.
To as much detail as I think I need, because I can do a real lot when I've got the saw. I might leave that joined on just for strength so that this bit doesn't bend, because you're doing a sort of minor bit of engineering, because you don't want to make something that's just going to fall apart. Now here I'm coming onto the framework deliberately so that she's coming out the framework. It's because it's quite plain, it means we're going to get the definition even down to a very, very small scale. And of course the castellated top defines that it's a royal borough, the shield, and it tells a whole little story there. Now I've managed to reduce this down to this size, and after comparing it with the other charms, it looks just about right for size and proportion. All I have to do now is cut it out. There we go. So I'll take that as close as I can to the edge. Break a lot of these blades, and what I'll do first is cut out, and the paper's lifting a little bit. That sometimes happens. The saw's not wide enough, it's in little disadvantages, but I'll not take it far. Continue along the tops of the castellation so that I keep them in line. It's easier to keep them in line and cut them. In fact, we've got a round every corner, and I'll just tiny little bit of definition in there. Careful. Fine as possible with it making it weak. Exact drawing on the paper.
That's a total of 39 eggs per minute.
The baby's leg, and then bring the baby's bum in a little bit just to give it motion up to the baby's shoulder. I find it essential to think through like this, because it's not just a line I'm following, I'm thinking about the shape of the neck, the baby's head, nice and rounded. The baby's heads are bigger than the rest of their bodies. And I found the best way to define a face was to make it straight, flat. So I'll take his forehead high there. And then bring it sharply round and flatten off the face. And then I can introduce a tiny little bit of chin into the neck, like that. Up to Madonna's shoulder and under her chin. Bring her chin out and flatten her face again. As if the wind's caught it a little bit. The castellations and straight things can be harder than shaped things because they have to be that much more accurate. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to take the paper off now. So I was right about the castellations. The end castellation is wider than the other end. Special file that I filed down flat on one side and it's very sharp on the other side so that I can get into areas.
Side by the willow tree, I am asleep in a walk and me.
Proportions are much more clearly defined. Just to make sure it's not far away. It looks parallel until you lift it up and turn it over and suddenly it wasn't as parallel as you thought it was. I'm pretty pleased with that. And again, when I turn it over, the middle bit's still a wee bit squint, but the castellations are super. Go with the flow, let it. Variety, yeah. There's the baby, and the mother's arm and her head. So that fit pretty well, that. Tool for doing these edges, but it gets the metal away and then I can tidy it up with a file. And I'm leaving the edges reasonably square. Nice and smooth, remove every tool mark. No, I think that's enough, to be honest. Broken up these areas nicely. Right, I'll try and bring it on a little bit. Do this and watch hitting my fingers, and I do hit my fingers. Now this has brought the mother and child way on out. And I'm pretty pleased with that. The mother and child's out just far enough. It doesn't look like there's a lot of dirt on that, but if we watch what happens when I put it in the fluid. Nice and tight. Solder melts. Capillary action sucks it into the joint and that's it soldered.
I have today carried the borough flag round the marches and report to you that all is well and in order and no encroachments have been made on borough lands. I now return the flag untarnished and unsullied.
Cornet Middlemiss, I congratulate you on the way you have conducted your duties this morning. with great dignity. You have not only been a credit to yourself, but to the Royal Borough you have represented this summer. Many congratulations. I now call upon Mrs. Cranston to attach your colours to the flag.
Well, we've managed to put together Frank's great idea, having the 5 boroughs and the Royal boroughs and the Scottish borders. That's the last charm we've just finished off there. I've finished off at Lauder. The one next to it is Langham. Next one to that is Selkirk, and then Coldstream, and then Jedburgh. This is now a pretty unique, very unique piece of jewellery. There's 3 charms there that have never been made before, and they're all made in solid gold. It's a treasure to have for the rest of your life. It's lovely, I'm very pleased with that.